Hello and welcome to Color Up. Today I want to show you a Color Up approved crap strategy. It's great low house edge bets, and I think it's a very good way to play, especially if you're a beginner at craps. So let's check it out. Now as a beginner, we're going to keep it real simple. We're going to make a pass line bet and we're going to bet on the 6 and 8. Now that's actually a pretty good amount of action, but for a beginner, you can actually keep track of it and it's not too complicated. So ignore all the other bets on the table. We're just gonna stick with those 3 bets and see what happens. So let me explain them a little bit. When the puck is off, we're gonna make a pass line bet. We're starting a new game. This is a real simple game. If the 7 or 11 rolls, we win our bet. 2, 3, or 12 rolls, we lose our bet. That's all there is to the pass line bet. Now, if one of those numbers don't roll, it's one of these box numbers up here. So let's say this 5 rolls. That becomes our point. Our pass line is now a bet on the 5. At this stage of the game, we're also going to bet the 6 and the 8. Now, when you're at a $5 table, you can bet $5 on all these numbers, but the 6 and 8 have to be bet in increments of $6. So while these numbers, you bet 5, the 6 and 8, you're going to bet $6. On a $10 table, all the bets would be $10. The 6 and 8 would be $12. If you're on a $15 table, these bets would be 15. The 6 and 8 are going to be bets of 18. So increments of $6, and you do that just so the casino pays you off properly. Otherwise, if you don't bet those amounts, 6, 12, 18, then the casino will round down and you'll actually be losing money. And when there are good bets, they actually become bad bets. So we have a bet on our 5 with $10. So we're going to make a bet on the 6 and 8 for $12 each. How you make those bets is you put the money here in the comment, ask the dealer to place my 6 and 8. So this is $24 in bets. If you don't have the change, you don't have to worry about it. Let's say we can put down a green chip in the comment and say, dealer, I'd like to place the 6 and 8, please. He would take your money. He'd give you $1 in change because he only needs 24, and he'd set you up. So nothing to worry about there. The dealers will take care of you. Now the game is to beat the 7. We want to avoid the 7. There's actually 6 ways to roll that 7. So that is the most common number. But the next 2 most common are the 6 and the 8. And then our pass line bet is going to be a bet on one of the other numbers potentially. So we have 3 numbers working for us and only 1 number is going to cause our bets to lose. Now if you'd like to risk more money, then I have done plenty of videos on it, but it would be the odds bet. You're actually betting additional money wherever the puck is. So in this case, we're betting additional money on the 5. So if you want to risk more money, that's where I'd recommend you do that. Otherwise, you don't really have to worry about it. It's a great bet if you'd like to risk additional money. Now, if the point is a 6 or 8, let's say the pass line's a 6, you don't have to place the bet, obviously, because you've already got a bet on it. And I wouldn't cover the 5 or 9. They're not that great bet as far as house edge. You certainly could. So you could bet like $10 on one of these numbers if you like. But if the puck is on the 6 or 8, you're a beginner, just stick with the 6 and 8. Great numbers. Or if you'd like, again, add the odds on the 6. Let's not overcomplicate it. We have great probabilities. Doesn't mean we're going to win, but we've got great probabilities working for us, and these are great bets. So that's the strategy I would recommend for a beginner. It's Color Up approved, and let's go ahead and roll it out and see what that looks like on a live roll. All right, I have $300 here. I'm going to play this at a $10 table. There are $5 tables. They do exist. They're a little bit harder to find. And if you're a beginner, I really recommend you try to find one of those $5 tables. But if not, a lot of times you're going to see a $10 table. Maybe not on the weekends, but your local area should have a $10 table somewhere. So let's go ahead and roll it out with a $10 bet. So we have our pass line bet down. We're going to have a new shooter, and let's see what happens. 4, the point is going to be 4. So the puck is going to move to the 4. We now have a bet on the 4. So now we're going to get bets on the 6 and 8. So let's go ahead and give the dealer 25 and say, I'd like to place the 6 and 8, please. He'll take that. He'll give you $1 in change and set you up $12 each or $24 total on your 6 and 8. Now again, if you'd like to make an additional bet in odds on the 4, you can. I'm not going to do it for this video. It doesn't increase your chances of winning anymore, it increases your volatility, which means if your numbers roll, you're going to win a lot more, which is awesome. But if your numbers don't roll, you're going to lose more. So you kind of a risk reward. But just like all the bets, it's still gambling. So we got a bet on the 4, 6, and 8. Let's see what happens. A lot of numbers covered. Hey, there's that 4. So we're going to win. That's the situation where we would have loved to have an additional bet, but we can't see it in the future. We don't know. All right, so our puck is going to come off. So that was a winning bet. We're just going to move that to the back there. And now we have a new come out roll. So when this puck is off, these bets are off. We have a bet on the pass line for a new, well, it's going to be the same shooter because he hit his point. So here we go, looking for a new point. Same shooter coming out. 3 craps. That's actually 7 or 11 is the winner. 2, 3, and 12 is loser, so we're going to lose that bet. That's all right. We'll just make a new bet and see what happens. Here we go, same shooter coming out. 10 easy. So the puck's going to move to the 10. We now have a bet on the 10, 6, and 8. So let's see if we can roll one of those numbers. 6, there it is, 6 easy. Our $12 is going to win $14. Now you may have seen some of my other videos. There's so many options that you could do. You could just same bet that and collect this money. You could increase your bets. There's so many you could do. Because I'm calling this a beginner strategy and hopefully this video is going to reach beginners, the first time a number rolls, I'm just going to tell you to collect that bet. If the number rolls again, we're going to press it up a little bit. All right, the 6, 8, and 10 still working for us. Let's see what happens. Yo, 11, that's not one of our numbers. That's going to drop, and they're going to call that a 4. 4 easy. And they're going to call that a 7. This is going to, because what happens is when you move the obstruction, what will the dice fall on? So that would, if we move that wall, it would actually fall to a 4. So that would be a 7. So in this case, we're going to lose our bets, unfortunately. The puck's going to come off, and we're going to have a new shooter rolling the dice. Let's go ahead and get $10 on the pass line, and we're going to start the game over again. So let's see what happens this time. 5 points going to be 5. So the puck is going to go to on the 5. We have a bet on the 5. So let's go ahead and bet the 6 and 8. So again, let's drop a quarter. And ask the dealer, place the 6 and 8, please. You get $1 change, and he'll set up your bets. All right, the 5, 6, and 8, great numbers. But will they roll? Let's see. 10 easy. Looking for that 5, 6, and 8 shooter. 6, there we go. So we've got a new shooter, so the first time we hit it, we're just going to collect this amount. So $12 is going to pay 14. Now a lot of times the dealers, they may do something like, player, drop me $1. So what they're doing, you're going to drop $1, and instead of paying you 14, they're going to pay you 15 for 1. So that'll happen a lot. Don't worry about it. They're just making change for you. So we can rack that up. So again, the first hit, we're just going to collect, and maybe the next hit we'll press it up a little bit. Here we go. 3 craps at this stage of the game. We don't care about that. We're just looking for the 5, 6, or 8 and looking to avoid the bad number. 3 craps. 9, Neener 9, center field 9. We're so close. Move it in just a little bit. 8, there we go. 8 is great. Again, 12 is going to win 14. So the first time we hit that 8, we might just collect it this time. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Dice off the table, no roll. If the dice go off the table, it's just a re-roll. So they're going to give you another die, and you get to roll again. No big deal. All right, there's that 8 again. So our 12 is going to win $14, and we want to bet in increments of 6. So let's tell the dealer, let's press my bet up to $18. So he's going to take $6, and we're going to make this an $18 bet, and we're going to still collect $8 here. So we've increased our bet, but we've also collected some. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Be great to hit that number again. Nope, it's not going to happen. There's that 7. Remember, on average, the 7 shows up 1 in every 6 rolls. That doesn't mean it will show up in every 6 rolls. You might see 30 rolls before the 7 shows up. But on average, it's going to be 6. So you're going to see some rolls that are shorter, some rolls that are longer. All right, down come our bets. Hopefully we won enough money to offset our bets. Puck is going to go off, and because there was a 7 when the puck was on, you have a new shooter. All right, let's try a few more hands. $10 on the pass line. New shooter coming out, looking for a new number. Let's see what happens. Yo, 11, front line winner. So that'll just be a quick win for us. So we can rack that up. And still looking for a point. 4, easy. 4 is going to be our point. So we'll mark that 4. Now we have a bet on the 4. If you have the change, you could drop 24, or we can keep doing it this way. Bet the 6 and 8. Place the 6 and 8, please. All right. So you get $1 change. Dealers will set you up. And you're on your way. You've got a bet on the 4, 6, and 8. All right, here we go. 9, center field 9. Not one of our numbers. 9, back to back. You got it. And part of the game is patient. I mean, you certainly could, if you wanted to, bet on all the numbers. Again, you're just adding more risk, but then you have more potential, more ways to win, but you have a lot more money at risk. So you just have to weigh that out, depending on how much how much of a gambler you are, really. But for beginners, I would just stick with these 3 great bets. 8. 8 easy. All right, that's going to pay 14. So player, drop me $1. And I'm going to pay you out 15 for 1. We're just going to rack that up for our first hit on this shooter and see what happens. And a quick 7 out. So remember, we had $10, $20, $30, $4 invested. We only took 1 win, so we only collected $14. So, at that rate, you're going to be losing $20 each time. That's not good. We got to hit some numbers. All right, here we go. New shooter coming out. We need to get on a streak. Will it happen? I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Well, that's gambling. 4. I believe we had that number last time, but the point's going to be a 4. We have a bet on the 4. Let's go ahead. Dealer, place my 6 and 8. All right, you got a bet. There's a change. And here we go. 6 easy. There you go. That's one of our numbers. That's going to pay 14. So player, drop me $1. He may see you have a bunch of 1s up here. You don't need any more 1s. You don't need $14. So I'm going to pay you out 15 for 1. Collect that. First, we have a new shooter. So first hit, we're just going to collect. Next hit, we'll press it up a little bit. 3 craps. Middle of the game, we don't care about that. 12, another crap number. 2, 3, and 12 are your craps numbers. 8 easy. There we go, another one of our numbers. First time we hit it, player, drop me $1. We're going to just collect it all. So I'm going to pay you 15 for 1. So if you notice, we've hit 2 numbers, so we've collected $28 in profit. And again, we had $34 out here, so we have $34 bet, but we're really only risking $6 of our own money. Well, technically it's all our money, but we recouped some of our initial investment. So here we go. See if we can keep it going. 5, no field 5. Looking for that 4, 6, or 8. 8 hard, there we go, there's the 8. So this time we're going to get paid 14 for our $12 bet. Let's ask the dealer to increase it. We're going to press it a little bit. Let's take our bet to $18, please. So he's going to collect a little bit. So now we've increased our bet, but we're still collecting money. So we'd love to hit that 8 again now that it's pressed up a little bit. All right, here we go. Oh. Looking for that 8 shooter. 2 craps. Aces in both places. We don't care. 4 hard for the hard way. That's our point. So here we're going to win on the pass line, and our puck is going to come off. So we can rack that up. Now our place bets follow the puck, so they're off. We have a new game on the pass line. Same shooter though. Here we go, coming out. Same hot shooter maybe. 7 on the come out, front line winner. If you're gonna roll 7s, this is when you wanna do it, when the puck's off. So we're just gonna win a quick 10 bucks. Rack that up. Same shooter coming out, here we go. We can roll 7s and 11s all day if we could. Oh, there's a 4, so our point's gonna be 4. So we're back to the same situation. Puck is on, our bets are on. So bet on the 4, 6, and 8. Can we roll them back? Here we go. 12 craps. That's going to drop, and they're going to call that an 8. So remember, here we have a $18 bet. This is going to win $21. You could do whatever you want with it. Maybe the 8's hot and we press this one up. You could collect this. Or you know what? Let's go ahead and ask the 6 to be pressed up. So let's press the 6 up to $18. So we'll take $6 out of that. We'll make the 6 an $18 bet. And we're going to rack $15. So we're increasing our bet, but we're still taking and collecting money. All right, but we'd love to see that 6 and 8 hit. All right, here we go. In a hot roll, they will roll all day long. All right, there's the 7. So 7 out. Unfortunately, it was that time we made a mistake. We increased it. We should have collected it. But you never know. You never know when that long roll's going, and that's what you're looking for as a craps player. All right, puck is going to come off. I'm not sure how long this has been, but we'll give it another shot. So maybe another roll or 2. See what happens. Here we go. Coming out. Looking for a point. This time it's going to be the 5. 5's our point. We have a bet on the 5. Dealer, let me place the 6 and 8. You got a bet, sir. 6 and 8. And here we go. Let's see what happens. 5-point hit. I was just thinking like, you know what? Maybe we should add the odds, but that's okay. We're going to win there on the pass, and our puck is going to come off. Go ahead and rack that up. Puck is off. Our place bets are off, and we're looking for a new point. Dice off the table, no roll. You can actually ask them for the same dice if you'd like. A lot of players do that, a little superstitious. The boxman will take it, make sure there's no scuffs or, no one didn't swap in a bad die or anything. You get your die back and keep rolling. 5 point is going to be 5. They're going to mark the 5. We now have a bet on the 5, 6, and 8. Great numbers. Doesn't mean they'll roll, but they're great numbers. We like it. Yo, 11. Let's hit some numbers. And no, a quick 7. All right, we'll do one more roll. All right, these come down. So it looks like from our rack, I think we're down. We're losing a little bit, but this is a very difficult game to win at. Just because we're making great bets doesn't mean they roll. Sometimes your numbers will just roll over and over and over and over again, and that's where it gets pretty exciting, but you never know. All right, the ideal of having a certain amount of bankroll is that you see enough shooters. So you might face, a handful of shooters that you lose right away. You're hoping for that one lucky shooter to have a long roll and you win back a lot of money. All right, we have our pass line bet down. New shooter coming out. Point's going to be 10. 10 down there on the end. And we'll drop another quarter. Dealer, place my 6 and 8, please. Get $1 change. Rack that up, and away we go. 6, 8, or 10 shooter. Let's see him repeat. There's that 8. So 12 is going to pay 14. Player, drop me $1. All right. I'm going to pay out 15 for 1. So let's rack that up. First hit, we're just going to collect. All right, here we go. 6 easy, there we go. $12 bet is gonna win 14. Player, again, drop me $1. I'm gonna pay you 15 for one. So we'll rack that up. So we've hit them both one time. The next time we'll press it up a little bit. Here we go. 6, all right. Maybe we're gonna get hot. $12 is gonna pay 14. Dealer, press my bet up to $18, all right? So we'll take some of the winnings, press you up to 18. We got a great bet there. Increasing it, is it a hot number? Oh, we'll see, here we go. 6, it's a hot number. All right, 18 is going to pay 21. And again, it's up to you. You want to press it? Sure. Let's press that 6 up. We're going to have a $24 bet. We could press the 8. We don't have to press anything if we don't want to. We're going to collect 15, but we got a great bet on that 6. Maybe it'll continue to hit. Here we go. 5. Oh, just missed it by 1 dot. Here we go. 1 pip. There it is. 6 the hard way. 6 hard. Here, our $24 bet is going to pay $28. We've pressed it up a couple times. Now we've got a good win. Now it's up to you. At any point, do we want to keep pressing it? Do we think more 6s are coming? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. A lot of times, maybe you could do very conservative. Dealer, take my bet all the way back down to 12. So we're going to just pocket another $12 if we'd like. We could do it that way. You can pull this bet all the way down if you'd like and just bet on the 8 and 10. There's so many different ways you could approach it. So I don't want to complicate it too much. I'm just going to go, dealer, take me back down to $12, and we're going to rack a little more. We think maybe our luck might be ending. I don't want to jinx anything, but remember, the average roll is 6, so we're above average. But again, this roll could last for an hour, and it didn't. We made the right move, 7 out. All right, so our bets are going to come down, and the puck is going to come off, and we're done playing for now. So let's go ahead and tally this up and see where we stand. 75, 100, 125, 150, oh, a little too much, 175, 200, 225, 250, 275, 300. Nope, these are short stacks. 5, 5, 5, 5. There we go, $300. So we've got our buy-in. Looks like we just got a little profit here. $20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 42. So we're going to color up to 3, 25, 42. So 342. So we got a little profit of $42. We had a good time at the table, and we made some good bets. You know, that last hand helped us out. We were hot on the 6, and that is how craps works, you know. The numbers got whatever you're betting on, those are the numbers that you're rooting for. So I hope you liked the strategy. Hopefully it made sense to you. I do have a beginner's course. If you're interested in all the bets, go to my website, colorup.club. You'll see it there. It's a free beginner's course. And yeah, that's how we color up here. And until next time, good luck on coloring up.